What's up, YouTube? Today we're doing a review on the sauer p226 in the long rifle. This is my first handgun. First one I've ever purchased. This is the 226 model in the long rifle. Let me do a safety check on it. Gun is empty. So what we're going to say about the 226 long. This is my first purchase on a recommendation of my local gunsmith. Wasn't really sure what I wanted to buy. I wanted to get into handguns. And he basically said, well, you ought to get something cheap. Cheap to fire, that is. Not cheap to purchase. And 22 is the way to go. So that's why I decided to go with this particular 22. Like I said, it is the sauer. It is the 226 model. It is the model that our U.S. Navy SEALs carry, not in 22. The rest of our armed forces carry the Beretta 92. But overall, this is a nice gun. I mean, the weight of the gun, ergonomics, I mean, it fits good in my hand. I got a fairly large hand. The sights are decent from the factory. You know, the grips are nice. It's not too abrasive on you. It feels nice. And most importantly, like I said, it's 22. So when you get the gun, basically you're getting 2 magazines, 10 round apiece. And what happens with these, on your last shot, doesn't lock back. So you have a decocker on here, which SIG recommends you use because you shouldn't be firing or dry firing one of the 22s. At least that's what I've heard, and that's kind of what I've heard through the grapevine, especially on some of the SIG websites. So I think if you go on sigpower.com, he actually makes some mods for this gun where you're going to get a different type of follower where it's going to come up and it's going to lock the slide back on the last shot, which is nice. This way you're not counting. And also, he has a plug for the magazines that turns it into a 15-round, magazine. So basically, you're getting 5 more shots, and the more bullets, the better. A little bit more fun, So this is it. It's the 226. It is ammo finicky, and when I say that, I mean that this gun doesn't like Federal. Really didn't like Winchester. When I first purchased it, I went to fire it down in the range where they wouldn't let me bring my own ammo, so I had to buy their ammo. And basically, the guy sold me some Federal. I don't know even what it was, but the gun didn't want to fire. I was getting failure to fire. I was getting feed issues. Brand new gun at the range. My first time, basically, I looked like a jerk. A guy came out, range safety officer, and he was looking through the gun, and he couldn't figure it out, and he just basically washed his hands of it, which is a whole other story about a range that I dealt with down here in New Jersey, which I wasn't really particularly fond of, but that's for a different video. So anyway, my gun guy suggested that I start using the CCI ammo, which I went out and bought a box of the mini mags, 100 of them. Every one went off without a hitch, fired beautiful. I've been shooting mini mag, I've been shooting the 40 grain varmint, which are nice. Gives the gun a little bit more of a kick because this gun has virtually no kick at all when you're shooting the mini mags through it. The 40 grain does throw a nice little flame out of it, which looks kind of cool for this, little plinker of a gun. And that's basically it. Save yourself the aggravation. The CCI isn't that much more money. I think you get a box of 100 from Walmart for like $8 or something. I mean, it's brainless. Just get it and save yourself the aggravation. Don't even try the other ammo. Just use the CCI, or you can even use CCI's bulk, which is the blazer ammo, which I just got a box of 525 for 16 bucks. So that's a deal and a half. Basically the gun, no safeties on it, nothing external. You do have the decocker on it, which is nice. So if you have something in the chamber, you just hit the decocker and you're good to go. It's not going to fire. This way you're not soft pulling the trigger and going through all that ag. Just hit the decocker and everything's good to go. Like I said, it is a 22, and I've shot this thing for a few months now, and I started getting a little bored with it. So went out last night and purchased this, which is the SIG exchange kit for their 22 or 226 models. Basically, you're getting the whole upper half of the gun, you're getting a new slide, you're getting a barrel, you're getting the spring, you're getting the rod, you're getting one 15-round magazine. It is the magazine that's made in Italy, which is nice. It's the steel versus the plastic in this one. And for roughly around 200 bucks, you're getting yourself another gun. The installation of that is pretty easy. Basically, you're dropping the magazine out, you're locking back the slide, you have your release on this side. So all you're doing is you're tilting it down, releasing the slide, coming forward, and that's it. Installation is just done in reverse. Get back on, lock the slide back, push that back, release, decock, check your action, and there you go. You got a 9mm now. And like I said, with the 9mm, the slide does lock back. The slide won't lock back, and like I said before, it's not something that you want to do. You don't want to be dry firing the 22. Whereas this one, on the last shot, the 15th shot, which is nice, you get the lock back. There you go. Overall, this gun just feels good. It's definitely got a little bit more weight on it with the 9mm setup. You do get, I don't know how well you can see it in here, but you do get the SIG Light night sights, which they illuminate in a little greenish kind of greenish thing going on there. Don't know if I plan on shooting it in the dark, but you know, I guess anything's possible. This exchange kit was pretty nice. It's really convenient. It makes the gun, you know, it's multiple guns at that point. Like I said, in New Jersey, basically we need a permit to do everything in this state. And now I just received a second gun, and I didn't have to get a permit for it. So that's why I have the 9mm. Like I said, they also make this in the 40, they make it in the SIG 357, and also in the 45 ACP. I initially bought the 40 conversion last night, and when I got home, I had opened the package up, pulled out, you know, the top half and looked at it and said, it looks a little small. And I looked at the barrel and, you know, right on the side here, and it's 9mm. I was like, you know, what happened? So apparently it was boxed wrong, or somebody did something over at the shop, did a swap-a-roo on it or something. So basically I just went back this morning, talked to the guy that sold it to me, and he said, well, we can order you one. We don't know how long it's going to be. Or, you know, shoot the 9mm and just, you know, enjoy that. And the more I thought about it, you know, I started thinking, why do I need a 40? I mean, yeah, it's, you know, I guess you get the bigger kick. It's kind of cool, you know. You want a little bit more kick with your gun. But, you know, basically where I'm at, I'm just limited to shooting paper. You know, it's an indoor range, and, you know, the state I'm at, I can't really go outside and discharge my firearm in the backyard. I think the neighbors would kind of frown upon that. So I decided to stay with the 9, and basically for $12 a box of 50, it's a little bit more economical. You know, the whatchamacallit, the 40 cal is about, I think, maybe about $19 a box. So there's a little bit of savings. And you know, plus I have a couple other 9s, so I can, you know, mix and match the ammo. It's not a big deal. So we'll give it a try tomorrow down at the range. We'll see how it shoots. I mean, overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm definitely happy with this with the conversion kit. I'm hoping this gives me a nice, you know, a nice kick to it. At least somewhat more than the original 22, which I'm sure it's going to do. But you know, like I said, for price wise, you know, it's a SIG. You're paying for quality. It's a good quality gun, and it doesn't come cheap. I think when I bought this, I was just a little over $600 with the tax, the NICS check, and all that good stuff. And then with the conversion kit, you come in at just around $225, I think. So, you know, I'm up around $800 for, you know, 2 guns. I mean, that's not bad. My my Beretta, my 92, I mean, that was $700. So, you know, you do the math, and this is definitely the way to go. I mean, it's a good gun, and, you know, hopefully it'll be issue free, which I think it's going to be, because like I said, with the 22, I had 0 problems after I changed out the ammo. So we're going to fire some Winchester through this tomorrow, some white box, and see what it does. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. So I guess come tomorrow we'll shoot some video, and we'll show you some grouping and some stuff like that. We'll show you how this gun works, and, you know, give some overall impressions down at the range. We'll shoot it, you know, 7 yards, 10 yards, you know, pull it out to about 25 and see what it does. So that being said, we'll catch up with you guys later, and everybody take it easy.